This video will answer why the London Underground Tube Network is so hot. The London Tube Network is a marvel of engineering, being one of the first underground railways built in 1863. These tunnels are still in use today, and these underground tunnels, built in the Victorian times, transport over 1.37 billion people every year. To put that into perspective, that's almost the size of China's entire population. Unfortunately, nothing is perfect, especially the tube. During summer, as soon as you step onto the underground platform, you will feel the heat. The Transport for London office is aware of this, and the voiceover often advises passengers to carry a bottle of water when it's hot. This is a constant reminder that the high temperatures can be extremely dangerous for passengers that travel, especially if they become dehydrated, with some passengers fainting as a result of the heat. Solving this heat issue remains a challenge due to the way that the underground was originally built. So from 2020 onwards, Transport for London is installing aircons not in the deep tube tunnels, but instead are adding trains with aircon aboard to reduce the discomfort for passengers. However, this just moves the heat from the carriages to the tunnels, making the problem worse. So why is the tube so damn hot when countries like Singapore, Hong Kong and other European countries have it all figured out? Well, there's a lot of factors, but the tunnels themselves, due to their age and depth, are built with clay, which absorbs the heat. Much of the tube network sits in well ventilated cut and cover tunnels just below the surface, which allows for heat to escape. However, some tunnels are built deep underground, with some stations existing over 50 meters underground. When the tube was originally built, the London Underground was actually 12 degrees colder than it is currently. The average temperature inside the tunnels was around 14 degrees in the 1900s. In fact, they were so cool that people used to go underground to get away from the sweltering heat, and the tube was advertised as a place to get away from the sweltering British summer heat. Oh, how times have changed. The issue lies in the material that the tube tunnels were built with, including clay and chalk that supported the tunnels. These materials are excellent at holding on to heat. These are known as thermal insulators. The increased passenger demand has resulted in Transport for London needing more trains, and these increased trains have resulted in more heat generated, mainly from braking. The train's brake systems stop through friction when engaged. They grip the rail, transforming kinetic energy from the movement of the train into heat energy. This creates a lot of waste heat, and this waste heat energy goes into the tunnel walls. Usually the clay would absorb this heat and store it. However, the clay can only absorb so much heat, and the clay is nearing its max heat capacity. It's not just the trains that generate heat. Passengers, train engines, and electric and auxiliary systems all contribute to the heat that you feel when you're in the tube station. Today, the average tunnel temperatures are between 20 to 30 degrees centigrade. Over the years, smart engineers have tried to come up with new ways to remove this excess heat and reduce the temperature of the tunnels. They recently added regenerative braking in order to convert heat into electricity for use by other trains on the tracks. Currently, modern tube lines are built with the removal of excessive heat in mind. They now build these new tunnels with more ventilation shafts as compared to the older, deeper tunnels. The older, deeper tunnels don't have the physical space for any extractor fans to be installed to remove the excess heat. Unfortunately, it is highly unlikely that London's underground network will get any cooler anytime soon, making a bottle of water and a strong resolve essential for riding the underground train for many years to come. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please like the video and subscribe. It really helps the channel out.